Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with the match number 2 with Celestia. Aggro in the cube draft. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is a very good hand. We got a 1, 2, and 3 drop. This is exactly what we want to see. With also the Soltari Champion to give all of our attackers +1/+1 and get in there for that last bit of damage. So I'm definitely thinking this is going to be a great hand. Hopefully we don't get blown out like last game to some crazy combo. But I mean, we could even outrace a combo here. Unless, like I said, it was like that Sundering Titan, Gilded Lotus both games. Nonsense. So it looks like a blue deck here. Did see like some show and tells going around and some briberies and cards like that. So a good card versus him will definitely be Voice of Resurgence, and I probably should have casted that before I attacked, as he could have like an unsummon or something, but he does not. So Voice of Resurgence comes out, and this should be a pretty hard first and second turn start for him to stop as a blue deck. So no play on his part. Again, I am going to... Right now, I'm going to cast the Moran Crusader. See if he has any response to it. And if he does counter this, I get a token. Yep. So mana drain. He gets 3 mana. Let's see. The beginning of next add X mana. Where is it? Jeez, what a overpowered card. He's going to get 3 mana for it, but I do get an elemental token, and I do get to do 4 damage to him here. So he could ramp up to a 6 drop this turn. Which might be like a Day of Judgment. But I mean, I still, even if he clears the board, I should have a Voice of Resurgence token out. Frost Titan. That's actually a really powerful draw there. So, and I could actually draw into a Swords of Plowshare. But other than that, yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I think the right play here is to just chuck out a Soltari Champion and try to get in there for as much damage as possible per turn. The Frost Titan is going to be pretty hard for me to race. A 3rd turn Frost Titan due to this mana drain. Oh joy, oh joy. And I could kill it here, but I think he's going to leave that back on defense. The elemental token he's going to try to, what's he going to tap down here? The Soltari Champion, maybe? But the best thing is I can draw into their land, of course, and throw down the Hero Blade Hold, and that'll really put him in a predicament. And at least we get the Blade Splicer, and that'll make our dude huge. A 6/6, and do I leave the 6/6 back as the thing so that he cannot attack with his 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I think that I just swing in here with everything. He missed a land drop. I don't know what he has in his hand. He casts anything, I get another elemental token, which will be huge. And it doesn't appear like he does have anything. I can just throw the Blade Splicer under the bus of the Frost Titan. If I even care about damage here. I'm sure the Elemental is going to get perma-tapped down from now on, but I mean, I'm still representing pretty much lethal here. I guess that's how you beat a 3rd turn Frost Titan. Alright, so he does just decide to tap down my Elemental. And I'm going to take another 6. And I should be able to overwhelm him here, though. Impulse. And let's see, it goes some sort of take an extra turn after this one nonsense. Yeah, I didn't think he could come back from that. That is exactly why I built this deck. I'm glad it had a better showing this time than the time before. That's exactly what we wanted to see. I don't think I bring anything in versus him particularly. I mean, a Whipcorder might be okay to tap down any sort of shenanigans. I mean, Moran Crusader could come out for something else. But, I mean, we could go for more of an explosive start with a Llanowar Elf or a Lotus Cobra. Or even this Viper's not bad. as it does have Death Touch and can draw me some card draw. I think actually Thrun needs to come in and Llanowar Elves. I'm going to take the Moran Crusader out, and maybe I like the 1-drops for sure. Maybe like a maybe I don't need a Kitchen Finks. Maybe I don't need a Thragtusk. I'm going to take a Thragtusk versus this match, and I'm going to bring in a Lotus Cobra too. We're going to go down to add another forest to try to get this explosive start, and we will get rid of a possibly one of these 1-drops. I'm thinking the weakest one is going to be the Soldier of Pantheon. I'm going to get rid of the Soldier of Pantheon, as we did add 2 earlier drops here. So I'm going to submit this away. See how well this does. He's green. He's blue-white, so I'm thinking he's going to have a lot of control. Like I said, we saw a lot of Day of Judgments and catastrophes going around that can clear our board, and so we are open for that sort of strategy. But our deck is extremely fast. Too bad we didn't get any fetch lands, but Lotus Cobra is still nice because third turn that will allow us to ramp into a 5th drop if we drop a land on 3rd turn, or a 4-drop on turn 3rd, excuse me, and a 5-drop on, well, possibly a 3rd on a 3rd turn with land or else. We'll see. And again, Voice of Resurgence is so powerful against this matchup. We also have all of the cards that 2-for-1, like the Merry Angel and like Hero Bladehold, that they have to answer immediately or we start getting value. So I'm definitely going to keep a Birthing Pod. Again, I'm a low land count, and the Knight of Reliquary can actually kill any. We can thin out our deck a lot. So I'm not going to mull this. We could be running right into a top. Okay, so a control type deck, and might not even be able to cast anything, but I'm liking the pod. Pods are just so good against any deck that tries to control the board. And didn't like to see that land. That's magic for you. You keep a 5-lander, you always draw a land. That's the rule in MTGO. Because, you know, statistically you shouldn't be doing that, but that's what happens. So let's see here. 2, can't quite do a mana. Oh, jeez. So we're drawing to another land. And he's going to top here, I'm sure. Oh, he didn't top. Interesting. And I'll definitely throw in a Knight of Reliquary. And if it gets countered, it gets countered. Hopefully it doesn't get mana drained into another nonsense. But I'd love to draw into something that we get value out of, like a Blade Splicer, and start potting up to greater drops. So let's cross our fingers and hope he doesn't have a mana drain here. And let's actually cross our fingers and draw into something that we don't care about getting. Oh, geez. All right. So I think we found all of our planes. I think that's all of them. See if this guy gets countered. And it looks like it is going to get countered. A mana leak. Okay. So, and then he's probably going to set up his hand. Playing up against a counter top type strategy. So we got to get this Birthing Pod to hit. And maybe I won't cast anything. Now I know that he's a heavy counterspell deck. I probably won't cast anything until he taps out and makes the move. Unfortunately, though, I mean, we will be on the play. And again, I'll go just straight aggro next game. Again, it's when you keep a 5-lander and proceed to draw 3 lands, it is kind of hard to win a match. Birthing Pod, though, if anything, can get us a card advantage back into this Birthing Pod. And we got the Blade Splicer, so that's awesome. So I think we want the Blade Splicer to come out. What does this do? Does 1 damage target creature? Ooh, no, we don't want that. He has to discard cards. I'm just going to go ahead and throw a Birthing Pod out. And next turn we'll have mana to actually cast the Blade Splicer and sack it. And sacrificing it is part of the activation. He'll most likely will ping it down before I can do that. But, I mean, Mastercore is going to give him card disadvantage. It's not the greatest versus us. He's just going to set up his hand with the top again and make sure he draws into the necessary land or whatever else he needs to. I mean, the Ancient Tomb's going to be really good for his ramping into a Frost Titan here if he has it. And the top definitely will allow him to find that. So it'll be interesting what other cards he has in his deck. Like, again, I think it's going to be more of a Catastrophe, Wrath of God / Day of Judgment. We didn't see anyone taking those cards, and there's guys at St. Traff running around. I'm trying to think of any other blue-white cards. We took the Venser, but Yeah, I mean, this Massacre, I'm definitely cool with it giving him card disadvantage, unless he has some sort of crazy card draw engine. So he's got an Impulse. That's awesome to get out of his hand because it's, yeah, it helps him get that Frost Titan, which I don't want to see. So yeah, another ramp deck. That seems to be the strategy of choice in these cube drafts. So there's a Mother Runes. I'm definitely going to risk a counterspell here. And he doesn't actually do anything. That's awesome because now we can actually use the blades, kill the Blade Splicer to go get a 4-drop, which I think Hero Bladehold Thrun will actually be the best one here. Well, other than I do have to worry about running into a board wipe, so I'm still thinking Thrun's the right play, though. We're just going to chuck a Thrun out here and see if he wants to deal with a Thrun. And I'm not going to chuck a Mother Runes because he'll just Masticore it off. And I'm okay with taking damage from the Masticore. This is due to target creature only. So he's going to top and find something here at the end of his turn. And he actually can kill the Golem token. No, he can't. I mean, when he untaps, he can. But I mean, Throne should be a bit of a pickle for him to deal with. And this card disadvantage to the Masticore is definitely going to start wearing down on him. Oh, he just lets it go. All right, so again, he's got a total of 7 mana that he can actually put down. Frost Titan's not the greatest threat, though, because we can just keep... And now Mother of Runes can actually come out without being worried of getting machine gunned down. Okay, that's what he decides to do. Decides to route away. And I'm trying to think of the 2 drops that I have. Throws out the top, and he's going to look with his floating mana. Okay, so again, hopefully we draw into a land. Or not a land, anything but a land is what I meant to say. And Mother Runes will be pretty cool. So, yep, route. He's going to be the Catastrophe route, Day of Judgment that I saw going around. So I just need to not overextend. And Birthing Pod, just put out a threat, make him clear the board, put out a threat, make him... Oh, wow. So this is 2 or less, though. So we need to find... This will be great after... I'm going to sack the Mother Runes to find something, actually. And this might not seem like the greatest play to you, but I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. This is going to go get Sun Titan. We're going to sack Mother Runes. And now I'll have to get Voice of Resurgence, definitely. And then we'll have a target for Revelark when we sacrifice the Revelark. I mean, we'll sacrifice the Voice of Resurgence to go get a 3-drop. And I don't even know if I have any 3-drops left. What do I have as 3-drop? Like, because I took the Rand Crusader out. I might not even have anything. But this is going to be a pain. Is it Frost Titan's going to come down? Let's see. Flying when it enters the battlefield, it's at 7 lands and then return it. Okay, so you can just go crazy with this. But the Ancient Tune is going to start wearing on him. So I mean, he can basically he can do unlimited mana as far as but no, he can't quite do unlimited mana. Untap it to 7 lands, return it to its hand. Yeah, he'll kill himself if that's the case. Frost Titan comes out, it'll tap Voice of Resurgence. That's okay because I'll be able to sack off the Voice of Resurgence and Revelark to get it back. And hopefully we can overwhelm him with tokens. And hopefully he doesn't have some sort of infinite combo. He probably does with this Palinchron. I'm sure that's why it's in here. But there's a Figure of Destiny. That's going to be good later on. We can make it up to an 8/8 first striking warrior. So we can keep pumping in as much mana as possible to that, which... But, I mean, it just gets Frost Titan down. I think I'm going to sacrifice the Voice of Resurgence. To hopefully get something here. I don't know if I even have a... Okay, so we have the Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks is better because it allows us to get more 4-drops and gains us some life. And then we will Revel Arc. And now we can actually kill his Frost Titan. And he's going to continue to try to find some of the top. But eventually his library is going to just be full of lands on the top. I mean, top only works for the first little while before... I mean, you've got to have some sort of... A lot of top decks have ways to shuffle their decks to get them the maximum potential out of the divoting top. And again, the more he taps this Ancient Tomb... Okay, Elspeth. So there's our Elspeth. That is going to be... So he's going to give his Frost Titan +3/+3 in flying. I think that's what he's going to do. Which that is definitely scary. But he's got to worry about his own life total here. He's at a 12. So what did I take over Elspeth? Now I can't even remember what I took. Now I'm definitely regretting it if I died about the Elspeth I did not take. I doubt he puts... Yeah, it's going to be making his Frost Titan. Wait, does this, whenever it becomes... Oh! Oh, an opponent controls. Okay. I thought it whenever it became a... But he could just pay the 2 anyway. So, yeah, definitely, that's what I thought. That is definitely the move. He's going to attack and probably tap down the Revel Arc. And I'm going to be down to a 13, so I might not even be able to come back from this. Unless I can do some insane amount of damage. So what I need to draw into is like a Swords to Plowshare to get rid of the Frost Titan. Or, yeah. I can find a flyer with Kitchen Finks. And I can find a flying blocker with Kitchen Finks as well. With a Merry Angel. So I'll be okay. I'll be down to a 1. And go back up. When does it become flying? I have to sack a ton of mana into that. So, let's see. And I might just be able to kill him here if we get this elemental token up to high enough. Because we can... We'd have to sacrifice Kitchen Finks, though. Because we have to find the Merry Angel. Merry Angel is priority number 1, and we actually have to use all of our mana here. So I have to sacrifice... Well, I can sacrifice the Revel Arc to go get a Sun Titan to throw back in Mother of Runes. So let's see if we can get this elemental token big enough to throw back in a Mother of Runes and a Voice of Resurgence, right? Which will then make him a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know I can do 11 here. Is there another way I can get another... Say 1, 2... See, 1, 2... No, the Sun Titan gets a Blaze Splicer. I think I kill him here unless he has something in his hand. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to sacrifice the Revel Arc to target back Voice of Resurgence and Mother of Runes. The Revel Arc is going to get our Sun Titan. Oh, I can get a Blade Splicer too? Okay, so wow, okay, so I messed up. I thought this with power 2 or less. Okay. All right, that's fine. So Voice of Resurgence, Blade Splicer. So we're doing 8 damage on board right now. Okay. I think I miscalculated by 1 damage. So you get Sun Titan to bring back Shuri Knight. And so there's 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so then we cast the Llanowar Elf. And we cast the Figure of Destiny. And play a land. And that's exactly 12. So barring he has anything, and he can't even activate his Ancient Tomb. So it's exactly what my deck wanted to do with Birthing Pod. We got our Birthing Pod combo. See if he realizes it. Because all these have Summoning Sickness here. Make sure I click this right. And again, it's the Ancient Tomb he can't activate for anything. Goes on to, oh yeah, well he can't activate it for something. Okay, he's going to look. He's going to desperately search for any sort of bounce spell or removal spell that just costs 1 and a blue. Which, does he have it? No, he does not have it. So, that was a fun little match. These games are so swingy, though. I mean, he almost had it there with the Frost Titan. But, I mean, this is how Pod Deck can actually work. I think I made the right plays there, obviously, as it ended up with a victory. This is Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.